Well, it is the beer video, and Helen has some explaining to do.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
What I do?
Why are you trying to sell your cat on the internet?
Oh, well,
Why Baroness, I have never met Baroness in person, but she doesn't seem like a good candidate for sale on the internet.
no, she really isn't. No, that was quite funny though. It's just like, well, sometimes she can be a little difficult, so
For sale. But
yeah.
Facebook said no. So you cannot sell Baroness on Facebook. That is unfortunate.
Well, oh well, I'll figure out another way.
Hmm. Do we want to explain to people that you're not really trying to sell your cat on the internet, or are we just going to let that sit there?
I will hope that our audience knows I am not actually trying to sell Baroness online.
Yeah. All you did is try to what, post a photo of her, and Facebook decided that this was like a marketplace item.
Yeah, I think it got auto tagged, which um I think that is for a depressing reason. I think it's because like sometimes like people sell animals as bait
Yeah,
for dog fighting stuff,
yeah,
which
it's bullshit.
yeah, which is awful, obviously, and it's good to try to put a stop to that, but I don't think auto tagging like people's random posts about their pets is going to tamp that down.
So ridiculous. I don't know. I got kicked off of Facebook for 24 hours once because a friend of mine has a pro wrestling discussion group that we're all in. And we were discussing this one wrestler and who like she was in WWE at the time and they really weren't doing much with her and we were kind of discussing that and I said, "Well, I will hold a torch for her," meaning like, I will support her. And I got kicked off of Facebook for 24 hours for inciting violence.
That's an extremely common phrase. And
Yeah, yeah. But no, apparently the Facebook algorithm thinks that's I was part of a violent uprising, which is okay because the Supreme Court decided this week that violent uprisings are legal, so it really doesn't fucking matter.
things they decided this week, boy, they had some opinions, didn't they?
Yeah, can we just get rid of these people already?
Oh boy, well, I think we need to get a little drunker before we talk more about this. So why don't we get to beer? Who's first this week?
It's me because you are I wrote down Helen went first, so I go first this week. And I just picked this up this afternoon because I think the one that I had picked originally I may have done before and I wasn't sure. And so anyway, this is from Hitchhiker Brewing Company. We've done them before. They're local. It's called Western Sun. It's a smoothie sour with prickly pear, watermelon, lime, coriander, and sea salt. 7% alcohol by volume, and then a little, it's hard to see because I'm getting a lot of glare, but it just sort of looks like some sunbeams. The sun, funny enough, is blocking the can from being more visible on the video, and we are drinking out of an alien glass. Ripley, please come fucking save us because I ain't feeling real good. Ain't feeling great right this week about the state of this country. Oh, it's a color I didn't expect. So there we go. It's a little reddish. So I'm guessing this is the coriander, right? No, not coriander. What the fuck? Wait, what color? Hold on. I just had a I got
Coriander spice made from cilantro seeds. So
yeah,
no,
I just realized that I was thinking the wrong thing. Um Maybe it's the watermelon. I don't know. That's very strange. I did not expect this color. I did not expect this color, especially for something called Western Sun. Although I guess
prickly
it sort of looks
vivid,
like the
so
color.
that
What's that?
prickly pear is a pretty vivid pink. So that
Is
and the
it?
water, maybe it. Yeah.
I'm dumb. You know what? I mean, I only work with groceries for a living, and I don't know what color a prickly pear is, but fuck it. Um,
I don't think it's a common grocery item, to be fair.
yeah. Uh, Interesting smell. Let's go. Let's yeah. Well, that's an interesting taste, huh? Um, as far as a sour goes. It's not the most sour you're ever gonna have. It's there's a bit of sour to it, but it's not like even close to being over the top. Very tasty. For sure I'm getting watermelon, for sure. Not the lime so much, though maybe that's part of the sour part that I'm getting. It's very fruity, but not overly sweet. It's very refreshing. This is a really good it's I don't know how it's like almost 85 degrees here. Perfect beer for this weather. This is a good sit outside in the sun and drink a nice purplish beer.
Oh, yeah, it seems like a nice summer refresher.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's 7%. It's a little stronger than, I mean, I don't think you're gonna crush three of these. Um, though you might. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. Um, yeah, I mean, not getting a ton from the sea salt, that's okay. I'm sure that's more there just to enhance taste, not that it's something that should be sticking out as a primary ingredient. But this is really good. I really like this, and yeah, perfect. Yeah, like you said, summer refresher. A little bit of a stronger summer refresher. So, you maybe drink one or two of these and put a burger on the grill. I don't know. Yeah, nice work. I like this. I mean, Hitchhiker's pretty reliable. I haven't had many Hitchhiker beers that haven't at least been interesting. So, yeah, nice work, Hitchhiker. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
I'm a bit over smoothie sours generally, but it can be done well. Just
Yeah, the other thing with it being a smoothie sour, um, like I expect a little bit more thickness from it. And it's thick enough, but it's not overly thick. It's drinkable. I tend to, with some of the smoothie sours, they kind of tend to um have the same effect as pancakes, where they kind of fill up my belly really quickly. And
yeah, yeah, that's relatable. Like it's the reason I never make or I never make pancakes at home. I only order them in restaurants because like
you just
um
a stack of them sitting there.
one and a half pancakes, instant regret.
Yep, yep. And so this isn't like that. So this isn't so thick. I mean, it's thick enough that it doesn't feel like it's filling you up. So yeah, yeah, nice stuff.
Oh, well, I will move on to mine, but first of all, happy Pride. It is the big Pride Parade weekend. I did not go to the big Pride Parade downtown. I was too tired.
It's a
But
lot.
yes, to the Pride show at Palmer's, which is this long-running bar in the West Bank. I believe it actually predates Prohibition, and
Wow.
they kept like illegally when Prohibition was going on. Yes, thank you. Um, I saw some great bands. Let's see, the highlight for me, or the highlights were Apathy, from Chicago. I think they're from Chicago. Careful Gaze, I believe they're from here, and my favorite, Genital Shame, I
Genital
believe
shame's great. I know, I love that.
is from Pittsburgh. I
Yes.
found out
Yep.
it was like some kind of Midwestern local, but no,
Mhm.
from Pittsburgh. Like I loved her set so much. I immediately bought her album on Bandcamp and a t-shirt, which yeah, I'm very excited about. Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was a
I don't
good.
remember. They just oh fuck. They just opened for somebody here and I can't remember who it was. But yeah, they opened for like some national bands and whatnot. And so
It wasn't fucking liturgy, but I'd forgive her, even if that was the case.
it wasn't liturgy. No, it wasn't liturgy. Fuck, I don't remember who it was. Eh, it'll come to me. Or it won't.
Well, to be clear, I am all in favor of artists choosing to secure the bag in whatever means they can. Um, I just got very weirded out by the liturgy lady taking a turn into like what seemed like kind of a subtly right-wing flavored Jesus freakness.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
kind of pulled back.
Um, I never liked her music or thought she was particularly bright, but
Yeah,
ah, I've also felt the need to defend her because I feel like a lot of people attack her based on like some pretty bad faith reasons,
yeah.
and I'm just over here hollering like, no, like I don't like you guys are shitting on her because she's
Yeah,
transgender.
yeah, of course.
I think she's a bit of a dummy and like not particularly talented musician. We are not the same.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can criticize somebody for their, yeah, for their art. I mean, whatever. I mean, she's putting her art out there. When you're doing that, it's you open it to criticism. I mean, and that's fine.
Yeah. Well, it's more like it's not so much her art, like Liturgy's put out some decent music, I
Yeah,
guess. I've
yeah.
not, I don't know. I don't think it was particularly for me ever, but
Yeah, I think Liturgy, I mean, obviously went from their beginnings as just sort of more like a black metal band, and now they're definitely one of those keeping most of the audience at arm's length with what they do, which again is also not a criticism. It's just um they're very, very niche. And yeah, it's gonna be hit and miss and probably more miss than hit, but
yeah, well, I don't know. I feel like all you need to know about you know, uh Liturgy Gal's level of intelligence is she was trying to flog NFTs a while back, which
yeah.
yeah, that well past the peak.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. In some ways, it feels like that Bud Light influencer lady, where it's like, I find you horrifically annoying, but
Yeah.
also the worst people on earth are going after you. So,
For no fucking good reason. Because they made one can. They made one can of beer.
oh, right. It's like theater kid energy, but God, like you people, leave her the fuck alone.
Yeah. Yep. Agreed.
Anyway, sorry. This actually
No.
segues into my beer, which is from Broken Clock Brewing Cooperative. It is called Glitter Crash. It is a
Yes.
pineapple ale. It is made in collaboration with Petty Treason, which is a burlesque company. They actually performed a Wayne's World themed routine at a wrestling event Matt and I went to last year.
Holy
And
fucking shit.
yeah, it was hilarious and very good. So that's cool. And Broken Clock is a very LGBT friendly kind of establishment, and they have like drag queen story hour. And they were recently, I think, like 3 or 4 months ago, I want to say. I forgot the date on the news story I read. But yeah, they were targeted with bomb threats for that because we
Right.
live in
Yeah.
a cool and normal world.
Yeah. We live among Jesus freaks who will kill you. Yeah. Great.
Yeah, so yep, Minneapolis, it's funny, like all these like fucking chudge from farm country are just like, oh, Minneapolis is so dangerous. Like, well, you're the ones calling in the bomb threats to the breweries, apparently. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Anyway,
This is
I've
the
had a
ultimate example of then just don't drink at the brewery. Just don't support the brewery then. Fine. You're allowed to have your opinion, but don't fucking threaten people's lives for nothing.
yeah, or just go, I don't know, go get the beer equivalent of whatever Black Rifle coffee is. Christ.
You need to like somebody needs to put together the scorecard of the amount of drag queens versus the amount of youth pastors who have been charged with molesting children because hate to tell those people that count's going to be fucking high on your end and really goddamn low on the drag queen end.
And that's without even getting the Catholics into it, because
No. Yeah, we could go. All right, let's go with the beer. I don't want to trigger any problem. Anybody who's going to be watching the video who that could bother.
I don't give a fuck. I was raised Catholic. You people are
Oh, I don't
sound.
mean the Catholics. That's not what I'm talking about. Fuck the Catholics. I'll go on the Catholics all day long. I'm talking about I don't want anybody to feel uncomfortable about having to relive like sexual assault problems because um
Sure. Uh,
what's that?
let's perhaps let's table this subject.
Exactly.
Well,
Fuck the
so
Catholics.
we've got this nice kind of medium amber color here.
Mhm.
I smell mostly hops, not pineapple. So this is not super strong. It's about 5.5% ABV. I guess pretty standard for a pale ale, but let's have a sip. Mm. So the first flavor is the hops a bit, and then yeah, the pineapple comes in. I'm not sure where the pineapple flavor comes from, but it tastes to me anyway, like this is like actual pineapple we used in this process, not
Yeah.
like pineapple or pineapple flavor, because it's not super strong, which is good to me.
Yeah.
Um, it's I wouldn't call it subtle, it's definitely there, but yeah, it tastes like real fruit and not fruit flavoring.
Yeah,
I
that's a
think place for trashy fake fruit flavor, but I appreciate they didn't do it in this case.
dog is losing her mind down there.
Yeah, I mean, this is nice. This is just a, yeah, pretty solid pale ale with the strong pineapple flavor.
I love
So,
anything pineapple, like anything. I love pineapple.
so actually, speaking of that, we are going later to one of our favorite neighborhood restaurants, because they have Dungeon since Sundays.
Ooh,
And I am gonna get a pina colada because they do really good ones. So
oh,
I'm gonna
nice.
have, yeah, I'm gonna have a pina colada and some sort of fried appetizer. And I am gonna listen to some spooky keyboard music and I'm gonna have a good time.
Fuck yeah. I'm gonna be writing stories for my website tonight.
Oh, yes. I enjoy reading the stories you write for your website because
Excellent.
in a age of just an endless fire hose of new music, you consistently find the best stuff. So
Well, I appreciate that. I try. It was tough this week. It was like, wringing the last drops out of the sponge to try to find. It happens. Like, there's weeks that are just not as fruitful as others, and this was one of them. But the I was trying to find a fourth record to write about because I just wasn't crazy about a lot of the stuff that was coming out for the week that I'm focusing on. And I ended up stumbling upon a band that um ended up being really fucking good. More of like a throwback type of bluesy doom metal band. They're called Occult Witches. Um, and they have a incredibly great singer.
oh yeah.
She
You know, I
probably shouldn't be. She probably has. She could have aspirations outside of metal. I mean, like that. It's like the what's her name from Ocean to Slumber? I can't remember her name.
I actually don't even like Oceans of Slumber a whole lot, but God, that lady's fantastic. A
Oh,
real
Tammy
belter.
Gordon. Oh my
Yeah.
God, she's great. Yeah, yeah. Like she could have a pop career. Like that, her voice is that strong, that good, that melodic. She's an incredible singer. Um, I wouldn't say the same about the Occult Witches vocalist. Not, I mean, very strong singer, really good. I don't know that pop would be like uh an avenue that they should go down, but yeah, just really good vocals, really good guitar player. If you sort of like the oh God, I just forgot the name. Oh, The Obsessed. Like if you're kind of like in the Obsessed vein a little bit. So if you're into that thing, I really don't like The Obsessed, by the way. I don't really like The Obsessed, but I do like,
That old picture I took God, I want to say like 13 years ago of me and Wino.
yeah,
He I was pretty drunk at the time and he was very nice.
yeah.
Um and God, what is that? Who's that St. Vitus guitarist? The older gentleman with a bandana. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Oh God. Fuck.
God, I don't know. I just remember me and Matt had just gotten married and we were talking about like sometimes the spouse can't make it to the show and that's a bummer, but it's also okay for to have like separate interests. And then he kissed my hand like a fucking knight, like great like lady of the court. And yeah. No, real nice guy. I wish I could remember his name. I'm feeling embarrassed.
Yeah, I can't remember off the top of my head. Nobody's gonna want to watch me fucking around on my phone trying to figure it out, but I know who you mean. And if anybody who's out there who listens to St. Vitus, you know who Helen means. Come on, not that hard. It's hard for us. We can't remember, but what are you gonna do?
Also,
Um,
on the off chance you were that guy from St. Vitus watching this new video right this second, I'm so sorry I can't remember your name. You're very sweet.
yes, and
Oh,
tell more people to watch this if you're there, St. Vitus guy.
by the way, Matt and I's 11th anniversary is this 4th of July. So
Hey, that's on Wednesday, Thursday. That's awesome. What are you doing exciting for that?
I think we're having a little party on Saturday, and then
Oh,
Sunday we're at this big food festival downtown called Taste of Minnesota, and we're gonna watch Morris Day in the Time. I will be doing the oak tree.
that's fucking awesome. Yes.
That is my favorite Morris Day dance. Granted, it's the only one I can like reasonably do. I've tried learning the bird. It's too much coordination.
Speaking of the bird, when I was a kid, because I've liked wrestling since I was like 4 or 5 years old. There used to be this wrestler, Coco Beware, who wrestled for WWF, and his theme music was "The Bird" by Morris Day and the Time. So my mother was making like a Columbia House cassette purchase, and I talked her into buying me the Morris Day and the Time album. So, yeah, I don't have that cassette anymore. I wish I did, but it has been lost to the annals. But
I,
that's awesome.
uh, I thought Morris Day was a real good sport for playing the villain in Purple Rain. Like considering him and Prince had some level of real life rivalry.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
I don't think like it was necessarily like a super mean-spirited one in real life. Well, I don't know for sure, but
Yeah. Is
yeah,
it
I don't
just
know.
both of them coming up in Minnesota and like just a natural rivalry from that?
Well, I think it was because they were both like big kind of proponents of like the Minneapolis sound, which, you know, I think is one of our great enduring cultural legacies. And like obviously, like I love Prince, like
Yeah.
any little person does.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, Morris Day actually is pretty fantastic as well.
I decided not to upset you by pulling out my Prince pop vinyl.
Thank you.
Part of the reason I decided not to upset you is it's way at the bottom of this stack and I would have to like move things in order to pick it up, but I do have a Prince pop. Yeah. And it's a good one too. But well, I'm sure you'd argue that because no pops are good, but oh well.
Yeah. Oh, I should have brought out my goth Prince shirt. Uh Bread and Water Print Shop. I think they're from
Yeah, they're
Pittsburgh.
from Pittsburgh. I can see them from well, I can't, but they're literally, I'm pointing in the direction of where their shop is at. It is across the river from me. I could be there in 10 minutes. Yeah, they're very, very close to here. We have a bunch of their stuff.
Yep, I have both of her Prince shirts, and I've sent both of them to my Prince super fan friend in Norway.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if she does this anymore, but there was times where like if you ordered from her and you were local, she would just ride her bike to you to deliver shirts. I don't know if she still does that. That seems a little dangerous, and I think she's gotten a lot, like her shop's gotten a lot more popular since then, which is great. Um,
I really need to get that one that's like I first heard Motorhead on the Young Ones.
yeah, yeah.
That's literally true for me, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
It's a good way
yeah.
to find out. It's as good as the good a way of any good as oh boy, as good a way of as never mind. The sentence isn't working. I'm trying and it's failing. We all know what I mean. By the way, shirt this week. Opeth's Blackwater Park. That's the shirt. Um, I don't know.
Yeah, my friend Jose actually was in England for some metal fest, him and his wife. And he actually um went to the titular Blackwater Park. Is Blackwater Park the one that has like that arch bridge on the cover? Or no, I'm thinking My Arms Are Hers.
Well, this is
Anyway,
the cover. That's the cover. So
okay,
no, it's more like that wooded scene. Yeah.
thinking of My Arms Are Hers, I believe. But yeah, he went to like the place where they took that cover photo,
Yeah,
and I was like, God damn it, that's so cool.
that's incredible. I'm actually now I now have to look up Blackwater Park. I know I said I wasn't gonna fucking do this, but yeah, I'm doing a great job here. Uh
Well, wearing a bootleg Sisters of Mercy shirt that I bought from Extreme Noise, the volunteer cooperatively run store. This was an impulse purchase I got when I was buying a vinyl box set for Matt.
yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. I've loved this band since I was 14, so it's nice.
They're touring too with
I will actually be in Norway when they are going to be
uh
in
yeah,
store
they're
me
gonna be
off,
here in
but
September.
I have that they're not a super great live act, but
Um,
I've heard conflicting things. Um, but anyway, I don't know. Tickets are like $80, so I'm just like, well, I don't know if I would have gone anyway, even if I was in the country.
yeah, that's a lot of fucking I don't know, it's just concert ticket prices are so insanely expensive all around now that um
Big concerts are crazy. I paid $60 to see Blind Guardian, though it was completely worth it.
yeah, I'd probably do that. Oh, their Sisters of Mercy's not touring with anybody noteworthy. I thought that I don't know why I thought they were touring with like a Jesus and Mary chain or something like that. But
Ooh, saw Mary Chain at Roadburn, by the way.
ooh, yeah,
Um, I I was never as into them as some of my friends, I think, but like, yeah, like it was a band that was frequently cited as an influence by people I respect. So I decided to go check them out, and I was like, oh, I see it. Yeah, this is real good.
yeah, yeah, I'd love to see them. That's yeah, that's definitely a band that I don't know. I don't know if they'll ever play Pittsburgh again, but if they do, as long as tickets aren't, yeah, through the roof. There's a artist I like, Sturgill Simpson, who sort of does like throwback country, not like bullshit country. I've seen him before, and he's a tour de force live. He's great. But
Mhm.
he's coming back and he's playing not the major arena in Pittsburgh, but the one on the University of Pittsburgh's campus that holds like, I don't know, like 9, 10,000. Um, and I saw the ticket price and was like, nah, nah. I saw him in like like a, not an, yeah, I guess a kind of an intimate venue, like a 200 seater. Several years ago, there's a poster on my back wall right there that you probably can't really see because it's dark in here, but like reasonably priced tickets, and he was fucking fantastic. I'm sure it'll be a good show, but I'm just like, I'm not shelling out that much money to sit in an arena that's uncomfortable, and I'd have to sit all the way at the top, and like the top of this arena is steep.
Mm.
Yeah, it's not. They didn't really take into consideration people walking up and down steps comfortably whenever they built this building. Oh well. Um, I guess that's it. I guess maybe we shouldn't dig into the bullshit this week because there's just too fucking much of it, and why be more depressed than we are now?
So actually, I have a funny little anecdote about, that horrific ruling on homelessness that
Yeah,
the Supreme.
yeah, and it's now illegal to be homeless. Yeah,
So apparently, the law firm that brought that lawsuit, I was bitching about it to my lawyer friend, and he's like, I recognize that name. Give me a minute. I think I know him for something.
yeah,
And he went up against them, I think, when um he's gone up against Facebook a few times, or Meta or whatever.
yeah,
Um, and he's like, yeah, so these guys were representing Facebook in this case, which, like, Christ, that's Lex Luthor shit right there.
yeah.
And like, yeah, they dragged their feet for so long in discovery that the judge fined them $850,000 and considered just handing the judgment down against Facebook because they were fucking up so bad.
Jesus Christ.
It was like, well, fantastic, evil and incompetent. That's beautiful. And the Supreme Court's now like just legitimizing what these assholes say.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
yeah. Wipe the Supreme Court off the map. I'm not saying that in a violent way. I don't mean it like that. I just mean get these people the fuck out of this place. Get them out. And What's that?
We aren't making actionable threats.
I'm just saying, get him out of office. Get him out of here. By any means necessary.
Craft.
What's that?
In Minecraft.
In my right. That's what I meant. That's what I meant. Exactly. That's what I meant. Yeah, there's just a lot of stuff I'd like to see go away, and this place would be a lot better without it. But again, not a threat, just a we're just bringing things up and saying them out loud.
Yeah,
Don't
but
hurt it.
running around, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
Cool.
yeah. All right, well, I'm depressed, so I'm gonna go
Uh,
eat a burger.
cool. I'm trying to think of something pleasant. I don't know. It's Pride weekend. Celebrate with your gays.
Celebrate with your gays and all the people and under that category, and you know, you don't have to be comfortable with it because it's not about your comfort. Nobody gives a shit. You know the whole fuck your feelings thing? Well, we can use that in this case. You don't own it. So don't
Care
care.
about I hate myself for doing that, boys. Anyway, if you want to seek out some queer art, I guess I'll make some recommendations. Well, genital shame, fantastic,
Yes.
obvious. Apathy, very good as well. And Careful Gaze. And if you like horror novels, I recently finished Cuckoo by Gretchen Felker Martin. It's really great. It's like if the Stephen King book, was set in a gay conversion camp.
Oh shit.
Uh, uh, let's see. Oh, I also saw the movie The People's Joker a few weeks
Oh
ago, and
yeah. We're running. I'm just gonna say we have because I don't pay for this and we're on a limited time. We don't have much time left. So give me a quick synopsis.
oh, I mean, it is
Not synopsis,
it's
but
basically like what if the Joker was trans?
yeah.
And it's hysterically funny and like super, super low budget. Someone described it as like if John Waters made a DCU movie, and
Oh
I
my.
can recommendation than that. Also, the day I saw it, earlier in the day, a drunk bro dude flirted with me at the video game bar. And then when I saw the People's Joker, a cute trans girl flirted with me. And I'm like, wow, I guess I really have a broad appeal here.
Nothing
Wow,
wrong with that. All right, well, yeah, it is the final day of Pride whenever we are filming this, and even though Pride ends, your support should not. And another great place to maybe contribute. I contribute regularly to the Trevor Project, so it helps folks in the LGBTQ community that are suffering with mental health issues. So that's an important one as well. But just go enjoy some fucking art, you know? And support your friends and your family. And if people push back, don't fucking let them. That's it.
that's
All right, everybody, go have a beer, and I'm gonna go eat a burger.